everyone, welcome to my channel Growing Up Blue, where I post weekly vlogs about my Australian cattle dog puppy Rocket and take you along on our training journey and puppy adventures. Today I am going to be showing you some of the best toys and treats for teething puppies. So like I talked about in my last video, Rocket has started losing his baby teeth and his adult teeth are starting to grow in. So that means it is teething time. Now this round of teething doesn't seem as bad as when his baby teeth were growing in, but he definitely wants to chew on everything. And rather than have him chewing on the cabinets or on furniture, we're trying to give him all the best treats and toys to keep him occupied and make his gums feel much better. As you can see in this video, he actually has already lost all of his top and bottom front teeth, and what you see there are actually his adult teeth, and they're kind of big and goofy looking, and they look like human teeth in a puppy's mouth, which is kind of funny. In this video, I'll show you what I consider some of the best toys and treats for teething cattle dog puppies, and I'll also give you some tips that I've discovered with Rocket teething. But before we get started, I post videos every week, so if you love cattle dogs, you love heelers, you have a blue heeler, you have a red heeler, and you want to follow along and see what Rocket is up to, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. So this first treat that I'm going to share with you is this Himalayan dog cheese chew. It actually has been Rocket's favorite treat for a while now, and it's really great because it's a hard cheese chew. It doesn't really smell. I know some bully sticks or treats like that can kind of smell stinky, but this one really just smells like a strong campfire, so you don't have to worry about that. Sorry, I have to keep pausing and restarting recording because Rocket keeps wanting things in the background. And now he is destroying a blanket. I'll be right back. Anyways, this Himalayan cheese chew, he really likes it because it keeps him occupied. It's a good chew for moderate to heavy chewers. The cheese is very hard and it just grates off into tiny pieces that are edible, and it really takes a long time for him to get through one of these. Now when Rocket was younger, he was smaller and he was not developmentally able to hold things very well. You know, like as puppies age, they learn to use their paws to hold different items to chew on better. So we took this cheese stick and we put it in something like this Breathe Right Fetch Stick by Chuck It. It has a bunch of holes in it, but the most important part is on each end, there's a place where these cheese sticks by this brand will literally fit in there. So you just put the cheese stick in there and then your dog can chew on it, and if they're a puppy, they're able to hold on to this larger entire piece. And if they're teething, it gives variety. Rocket really wants it. It gives variety between a hard cheese chew and then also the rubber softer of the Chuck It Fetch Stick. Okay, you want this? Okay, sit. There you go. So you can see Rocket chewing on it in the back, and I apologize in advance if you can hear his little teeth grinding against it, but he just gets so excited over the cheese sticks. Now by putting the cheese stick in the Chuck It Fetch Stick, it also helps prevent the piece of cheese stick from getting too small and not safe for them to chew on. When you stick it in there like far enough, you can leave like a couple inches, and basically when your dog's done, he'll have something about this size left over. And if you look closely, you can see all the little grooves where Rocket has been working at it with his teeth. And this one started off just as big as the other. Now, one side note is that I noticed that depending on the batch of these that I order, they kind of look different by batch. Like I'll order like 4 at a time and all of those will match, but those will differ between like one order that I place and another in like color and texture. Some are like tiny bit softer than others, some are more hard, but he seems to like them all. I think that it's probably these are just a really natural item, and it's probably, you know, the stock they grab off the shelf from the cheese that they made at that time. But once you get to the end of the cheese stick, you'll have something about this size left, and it's really cool because actually on the back of the Himalayan dog cheese chew package, they give you a little recipe of how to use this piece and have it not go to waste for your dog to enjoy. So I'll show you that right now. So to get the warm water, I'm just gonna use the sink and then heat it up in the microwave for probably 2 minutes and then we'll soak it. Okay, so I have my steaming bowl of hot water now. It definitely boiled in the microwave, so it's nice and toasty. The package says now to soak in warm water for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to take my cheese stick and put it in the water. And I'm going to have to flip it halfway through because the water doesn't entirely cover the cheese stick. So we'll set a timer now for 5 minutes. The next step is to now heat it in the microwave for 45 seconds. And then we're gonna let it cool for 2 minutes so it's not too hot for our dog. And then it says right here that we can treat our dog to a homemade puff. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave and show you what it looks like once it's done. And there it is. It is now a cheese puff. It's softer. When it dries, it's kind of like a hard Cheeto type consistency. But how cool is that? You can turn leftover of a treat into another treat and you don't even have to throw it away. So this is really hot, so I am going to listen and let it cool for, a minute or so that it's not too hot for Rocket, but then we'll do the taste test. He's whining over here because he wants it. You smell it? You smell your cheese stick? You'll have a cheese puff in a minute. Rocket, sit down. Sit down. Okay, so this has made the entire house, hey, no jumping, smell like cheese or like cheese crackers, but it doesn't really smell that bad, to be honest. Okay, do you want this? Rocket, down. There we go, all the way. He gets so excited. So this is way more of a cheese stick than he would ever be normally eating. When you cook it into a puff, it's easier for him to eat, so he goes through it a lot faster. So sometimes I will take it away from him and save it for, a later time or another day as like 2 treats in one. So we'll just let him work at it for a little bit. As you can tell, the inside does look like a Cheeto a bit. There you go. But yeah, Rocket loves it. Okay, so the next treat is a bit smellier than the last. If you listen closely, you can still hear Rocket chew on his cheese chew. He's right by my feet. Yep, that's him. So anyways, the next treat are bully sticks. Now, he really loves this kind, but he's not a complainer. He loves all kinds of bully sticks. This is a special treat because this is a braided bully stick. Normally, we just get the straight ones, and he's perfectly happy with those. So this is a special day because we actually ran out of the other normal straight ones, so we have to get some more. But Rocket loves these. They're great for chewing. I found that after dinner or in the evening, he'll eat his dinner, but then he just kind of wants to keep chewing. So that's when we'll generally bring out a bully stick or even out the cheese chew, and he'll just work on that. These bully sticks, and especially the straight ones, can be put in a Kong. So you just take the end of the bully stick, you shove it in the Kong, and it will work the exact same way and serve the same purpose that the fetch stick does for the cheese stick. It will allow your puppy or dog to hold on to the bully stick a little bit easier and let them chew longer. And I don't know about your healers or your puppies, but Rocket tends to, how do I say this, give up easy. When he's not getting the food or treats that he wants, he'll kind of get bored and then move along. So by having the bully stick in like the Kong, or by having the cheese stick in the fetch stick, it really keeps him occupied for a bit longer. I feel like I'm always talking about Kongs, and I say the word Kong in literally every video. Kong, please sponsor us. But we use Kongs all the time, and I cannot recommend getting your dog to like a Kong enough. When Rocket hears that freezer open, he thinks everything in there belongs to him because he knows that that is where the frozen Kongs come from. And let me tell you, those frozen Kongs are a lifesaver. We probably have 10 or 15 different shaped Kongs, and what we'll do is we'll just stuff them with either plain yogurt without like any sugar or anything added to it, peanut butter, or even like bits of kibble or wet dog food, and then we'll freeze them. It's great for if you're working remotely and have meetings and need him to be like occupied for half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I will just take a Kong out of the freezer and then give it to him, and he'll just sit there most of the time very quietly and just try and lick all of that yummy goodness out of the Kong. Plus, a bonus for teething puppies, the coldness of course is going to soothe their aching and itchy gums where the teeth are breaking through, while also slowing down their eating and giving them a yummy treat. And finally, Rocket loves his spiky football, or really any spiky ball or anything with these little, you know, rubber nice things that he can rub against his teeth. I think that when it's in his mouth, all the spikes just like rub against his gums, and lately he's really liked, he'll put it in his mouth and then walk up to like me or one of us and press it against our legs, like being like, hey, I want you to do something with this. So sometimes I'll literally just have him leave it in his mouth and he'll like have a grip on it. So I'll just take the ball and I'll like rotate it and he gets like a little gum massage. But I think that this is great, especially when a puppy is teething, and Rocket absolutely loves anything that squeaks. So it's a bonus because this one does. So that's all for today. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date on all things growing up blue. While you're at it, turn on the notification bell to never miss an update about my Australian cattle dog. And be sure to leave me a comment down below. I go through and read all of them and respond to you guys, and I really love hearing from you and what your experiences are with your heeler puppies or just any kind of dogs that you have. So let me know, what is your puppy's favorite teething toy? Also, if you haven't already watched it, I just posted a 4-month-old milestone video of Rocket and everything that he loves and everything that he doesn't so much love at 4 months old. So I'll post a link to it right here. Make sure you guys check that out. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate you guys, and I cannot thank you enough. We are so close to 100 subscribers, so I know I've said it a million times, but make sure you hit that subscribe button and tell your friends. Thanks everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye!